Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Legends Ultimate Edition, the Rock figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and honestly, I think this might be the best. Certainly in terms of Attitude Era Rock is probably the best. I mean, in terms of representation, pretty much all around, I think they completely nailed it here. I mean, I think the buck here for the physique is spot on. The likeness is absolutely unreal, especially for not just being a full-on face scan. Like, just, that's insane how good that head sculpt is. And yeah, that alone sells it for me. But you know, again, the details, you get the tampos for the tattoos, very, very nice and clean. Then we just get the rock on the front and the Brahma bull on the back. And pretty sure we've actually probably seen this piece before. Actually, I think I might have one of the other rocks that has this, but I mean, this nails pretty much everything. And then we've, of course, seen these boots before. We've seen these knee pads before. They're kind of crooked here. But yeah, overall, I just think this is pretty much a perfect Attitude Era Rock. Of course, it's an Ultimate Edition, so we get some killer accessories. So let's jump right in. And starting with hands, we get our requisite C-grips right out of the box. Then we get a pair of fists, a pair of splayed out hands, and a pair of bring it hands. Then we move on to head sculpts. So right as we saw in the first section, we get the people's eyebrow, perfectly sculpted and painted, just very, very crisp. Absolutely love that. Then we get kind of a more, I guess, standard, more kind of, you know, neutral face. Also excellently sculpted all around. And then of course we get a yelling, "Can you smell the rock is cooking" face, and just beautifully done all around. Again, these sculpts are absolutely insane. I just, you know, it's blowing my mind here. Then we get a pair of his sunglasses, and I think we've seen these a few times before. The hardest part seems to be is getting the lenses actually lined up, and mine are not perfect. The right side is, the left side not so much, but it definitely works and can't tell quite from a distance. Then we get the Raw is War mic, really well done with the tampos here for the Raw is War. We can see there is an on-off button on it as well, or on-off switch rather, and that's kind of a really nice touch. Then finally we get some attire. So we do get a tracksuit, and they're both made of the same material. The pants work really well, the shirt not so much. As I had it on at the beginning, you can see, I think the fact that they stitched the collar here just kind of throws off the look it's supposed to have. And maybe that's just me, but yeah, it's still definitely still definitely works, but you know, the shirt doesn't work as well as I thought it did in the promo photos. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are very nice. As you can see, we can hold our freestanding kick. Articulation isn't perfect though. As you can see, this is definitely an awkward looking freestanding kick, and we'll get into why in just a couple of seconds. So we do have our barbell joint in the neck, and you know, we get some decent up. We don't really get any down because of the way the jaw is sculpted here, and obviously because the sideburns couldn't really cut more into that, so you're not really getting any down. You do get some nice side to side though, so that's definitely welcome. We get some butterfly joints, bring us about that far forward, about that far back. Do have hinge and swivel at the shoulders, bringing us pretty much into a perfect T. We do have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows coming to about there. We do have hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We have our ball joint here at the diaphragm. So I get about that far forward, about that far back. Nothing great, but you know, it's definitely there. We do get some side to side, actually really nice side to side now that I'm doing that. We do get our waist swivel. We get our drop down hips, which allow for, you know, all the front kick, pretty much 90, a little bit beyond maybe. Then we come to our splits, and those are perfect, absolutely insane. We do have our thigh swivel, double jointed knees coming to about there because of the knee pads, which actually do allow for quite a lot. We do have boot cut. Did not loosen that one up. Let's try this side. There we go. Moving a little bit more, you can actually hear that kind of squeak. And then we get That insane point we get with some of these Mattel figures. Some insane forward. We get a toe hinge and then a little bit of rocker front, or side to side rather. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures. With some other wrestling lines. With some Hasbro and some other Mattel. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons, Oni, yours truly in human form, as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the WWE Legends Ultimate Edition, the Rock figure from Mattel, is that this is an absolutely kick-ass figure and pretty much an essential, I think, if you are a fan of the Attitude Era version of Rock. Just, they nailed pretty much everything here. The articulation, again, falls a little bit short in a couple of places, but beyond that, accessories, the aesthetics, just absolutely perfect. So yeah, highly recommend picking this one up. This is a Target exclusive, and it is on pegs as of me recording this video, and is still available online as well. So I'll have a link in the description below if you're so interested, and if you're looking for it in the wild, I wish you the best of luck. So thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please come on back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, of course, and more. So yeah, come on back. Let's talk some more toys. Let's have some more fun. Let's escape the world for a while. But ultimately, I just hope you are well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.